Hello, and welcome to the 2020 GTNT Group Awards ceremony. My name is Shannon Devine, and it's a real pleasure for me to be presenting these awards. The last few months have seen us all have to adapt in different ways as Australia responds to the COVID-19 crisis. Due to the rules around mass gathering and social distancing, we're unable to celebrate in person as we usually do, but that isn't going to stop us. This year, we've chosen to bring you a different awards ceremony format, one that allows us to celebrate our fantastic community while doing our part to minimise the threat of coronavirus in the NT. GTNT Group would like to welcome each and every one of you watching. Please feel free to show your support by posting in the comments section and sharing the live broadcast. Today, we're celebrating the achievements of the apprentices, trainees, supervisors, and host businesses. For over 30 years now, GTNT Group has employed and supported over 6,500 apprentices and trainees, and partnered with over 1,500 host businesses across the Northern Territory. These are awards about recognising the achievements of our local territory talent and those businesses that partner with GTNT Group to provide opportunities for training, employment and growth. We've been lucky enough to have some fantastic support from a range of local businesses in the form of sponsorships. GTNT would like to thank each and every one of our sponsors. Without the generous support they offer, the GTNT Group Awards ceremony wouldn't be what it is today. Before we get to the awards, I'd like to introduce GTNT Group CEO Catherine Stenson, who wanted to share a personal message with you all.
Thank you, Shannon, and hello everyone, and welcome to our special online edition of the 2020 GTNT Group Awards. On behalf of the GTNT Group Board and our entire team, I would like to congratulate all finalists and extend a warm welcome to all of you watching today. I know that our finalists have many family, friends and teammates supporting them, so please don't be afraid to type a comment and cheer them on. Although we are prevented from gathering together as we usually would, and this is a virtual gathering, I would like to acknowledge that I am here on the lands of the Larrakia people, and I pay my respect to elders past and present. We are proud of the incredible achievements of our GTNT 2020 award finalists, and we are excited to have this opportunity to celebrate them. We will continue to celebrate the host businesses who partner with us to develop their workforce, and to the tradespeople who are passionate about passing on skills to our apprentices and trainees. We are pleased to acknowledge the registered training organisations and the talented trainers who have implemented innovative ways to provide training and support. We are all going through challenging times, and to every individual, business, council and government who have demonstrated such commitment to supporting apprentices and trainees, I am incredibly proud to celebrate your contribution to skilling the Territory's workforce. At GTNT, we pride ourselves on our ability to anticipate, adapt and respond to industry needs, and I thank you for the information and advice over the past 12 months that has enabled us to evolve and develop our business. A huge thank you to our sponsors for your ongoing support of GTNT Group. It is because of you that we can offer inspiring opportunities for our apprentices and trainees to encourage them to thrive. Our 2020 finalists will inspire and encourage others considering an apprenticeship pathway and motivate others in an apprenticeship to continue their training and to achieve their qualification. Congratulations to everyone nominated for an award. You have all worked incredibly hard and achieved so much already, and it is a great pleasure to acknowledge your success. Thank you to everyone for being here today. Congratulations again to all our finalists, and I look forward to watching this event unfold and toasting your success.
Thank you, Catherine. We have also a special message from Minister Selina Ubo, who wanted to share a message with everyone watching.
Hi everyone, Selina Ubo here, the Minister for Workforce Training. I just want to say a big congratulations to GTNT on commencing the awards online. It's really important right now that we celebrate the success of our apprentices and our trainees, especially in these uncertain times. So really great that we're able to watch you guys all online, and good luck. A huge congratulations to this year's finalists and award winners. You've all worked extremely hard to be successful in your fields. A big congratulations for making it this far, and hope you get to enjoy the awards online. The NT has a skilled and capable workforce because of your hard efforts, and we look forward to celebrating that through the awards online. Again, congratulations and please enjoy.
Thank you, Minister Ubo. Without further ado, let's get into the awards. Our first category is the 2020 Outstanding Apprentice Stage 1. This year our finalists are David Hemipo, Heidi Hughes and Shanna Mudge. Let's take a closer look at each of them. David is hosted to Bridge Toyota and is in the first year of his apprenticeship. He's pursuing a Certificate 3 in Light Vehicle Mechanical Technology. Last year he was nominated for the 2019 MTA TIO First Year Apprentice of the Year Award and was recently recognised as the top performer in his Bridge Toyota Apprentice cohort. In his nomination, Bridge Toyota praised his excellent work ethic, passion, and willingness to go the extra mile to guarantee customer satisfaction. When asked about his experience of his apprenticeship so far, David said that besides acquiring relevant workplace skills, he has been able to greatly improve his ability to communicate professionally. Outside of work, David is active within both rugby league and rugby union and plays on 2 different teams. He's also a member of a local 4-wheel drive club that focuses on promoting safe driving practices, which has added to his understanding of the automotive industry. Next up is Heidi Hughes, who is hosted to GEMCO and is working towards a Certificate 3 in Automotive Electrical Technology. Heidi actually moved all the way up from Queensland to Darwin just for her apprenticeship and had to leave behind a close-knit family and community to pursue the career she wanted. Her first year has been a busy one, as she learned a range of skills and became proficient with different technologies. She's already been given validation of training in the use of forklifts, tracked elevator devices, and will soon also be proficient in the use of a 777F dump truck. Her supervisor commended Heidi's positive attitude and confidence while working on tasks, as well as her dedication to continually learning new skills. Prior to relocating to the NT, Heidi was an active member of her Lions Club and was responsible for raising over $10,000 for Lions Med. She's also a member of the State Emergency Services. Our final candidate is Shanna Mudge, who is hosted to a Greco and is pursuing dual Certificate 3s in electrical fitting and auto diesel engine technology. Prior to starting her apprenticeship, she was awarded the 2018 NT Sports Award Local Performance of the Year and received an NT Top Achiever Award for Stage 1 Business and Enterprise. Her supervisors at Agreco praised Shanna's go-getter attitude, her dedication to apprenticeship, and her sense of initiative. When speaking of her apprenticeship so far, Shanna stated that she learned to communicate professionally and how to be self-resilient during periods of challenge. Shanna is particularly proud of securing a position in the Prelude to the Future program, which had over 180 applicants. Her hard work has resulted in her being offered ongoing employment at Cummins, Agreco and Neil Mansell, as well as being selected as one of the program's apprentice leaders. Outside of work, Shannon's involvement in the equestrian community has seen her be a guest speaker for Women in Thoroughbred Racing, AGM, and coach to aspiring young riders. And those are our finalists for the 2020 Outstanding Apprentice Stage 1 category. We hope you found them as inspiring as we did. It is my pleasure to announce that this year's winner for the 2020 Outstanding Apprentice Stage 1 is Shanna Mudge. Congratulations, Shanna.
I'm Shanna Mudge. I work for Agreco Generator Rentals. I'd like to start by thanking everyone involved in the 2018 Prelude to the Future program. Big thank you to the sponsors for their funding, Shell especially, also to CDU and GTNT, all the employers who took on apprentices to complete their apprenticeship, also who took us on for work placements. Big thank you to Caitlin Chin. She's been a legend for all of her help with everything. It's my first full-time job, so it's good to have someone to support you and give you a hand. I'd also like to thank everyone at Agreco for everything they've done for me, everything that they've helped me with so far. Especially Kelly, my supervisor, for nominating me. All the boys at work, you're all bloody legends, and it's great to work along with you guys. Also my family, couldn't have done it without you. You've supported me, you supported me in, doing an apprenticeship. So yeah, thanks everyone, and yeah.
Well done again to Shanna. Our next category is this year's Outstanding Apprentice Stage 2. Our finalists are Edward Clark, Kelly Reddy, and Mary Coulter. Please, let's get to know them a bit. First up is Eddie. Eddie is currently employed with Trace JV Broad Spectrum at the Impex facility and is working towards a Certificate 3 in Engineering Mechanical Trade. A mature-aged apprentice and father of 2, Eddie chose to pursue a mechanical pathway after working as a trade assistant. His lecturers praised his stellar trade school performance, and his supervisor has called him a role model to his peers. He has excelled working alongside the mechanical technicians and displays a true hunger for further learning across a variety of tasks. Eddie has represented the Territory during the Northern Territory Government's Facing North event held at Parliament House in Canberra, and has also been selected to be an ambassador for CDU due to his tertiary education achievements. A big believer in giving back to his community, he is heavily involved with Aboriginal youth mentoring. Eddie coaches the Buffalo's under-18 team and provides support to Indigenous youth through the IMPEX mentoring program. He has also facilitated and spoken at cultural camps, providing leadership development with a culturally appropriate framework for young people. Next up is Kelly Reddy, who was hosted to Darwin City Refrigeration and is pursuing a Certificate 3 in Air Conditioning and Refrigeration. He chose this apprenticeship opportunity after recognising that the air conditioning sector is an extremely important industry in the NT and would allow him to pursue a challenging, hands-on career. His employer praised Kelly's work ethic, skills and approach to being a fantastic team member. Since commencing his qualification, Kelly has grown both on a personal and professional level. He takes a lot of pride in his work and feels he has greatly improved his communication skills with several years' experience under his belt. He believes he has grown more mature, with better patience, a more resilient outlook, and is better able to adapt to unexpected change. Outside of work, Kelly is an avid AFL and basketball player, and also enjoys fishing and hunting when time permits. Our last finalist is Mary, who is in her 3rd year of her Certificate 3 in Electrotechnology and is hosted to GEMCO. She recently also started a Certificate 3 in Instrumentation. In 2018, and in her first year of trade school, Mary travelled to Timor-Leste to work on a solar power installation to provide a local school with constant electricity. Her supervisors have praised her commitment to the electrical trade and her dedication to continuous learning. The whole electrical team have commended what a great choice of apprentice Mary is. Mary seems to love the electrical trade so much she's even built an electrical pottery wheel from a ceiling fan motor. She is proud of being a role model to other women who are considering a trade-based career and would like to increase awareness of opportunities in these sectors to female students. Outside of work, Mary plays on the Port Darwin Football Club and regularly volunteers to assist with electrical maintenance at the Darwin's Deck Chair Cinema. And those are our finalists for the 2020 Outstanding Apprentice Stage 2 category. And now for the winner. It's my pleasure to announce that this year's 2020 Outstanding Apprentice Stage 2 is Edward Clark. Congratulations, Eddie.
Name's Eddie Clark, 3rd year mechanical fitter apprentice out of the Impex gas plant. Just wanted to firstly thank Impex and my employer Trace or Broad Spectrum for the apprenticeship opportunity. Obviously, as an adult apprentice, it's a bit hard. Lucky enough, I was in the right place at the right time to get that opportunity to do my apprenticeship, and obviously like to thank them for the opportunity. Also, probably thank my family, my missus and kids, always supported me through my not just my apprenticeship but life itself. So I like to thank them, and like I said, appreciate it. Thanks.
Our next category is the 2020 Outstanding Apprentice Stage 3. Our finalists are Nicholas Sayson, Michael Bowden, and Dion Wright. Let's get started with Nicholas. Nick is employed by Bridge Toyota and is pursuing a Certificate 3 in Light Vehicle Mechanical Technology. We've already seen Nick as a finalist in 2019 during the MTA TIO Awards Apprentice of the Year category, and in 2018 for the GTNT Group Outstanding Apprentice Stage 2 category. He chose to pursue a career within the automotive industry after being fascinated with cars and vehicles from a young age, and his apprenticeship was the perfect pathway. Once he secured employment with Bridge Toyota, he hasn't looked back. Nicholas is particularly proud of the fact that he has zero mechanical knowledge when he started and can now confidently service and repair vehicles using a range of skills. His supervisors have commended his progression through the Toyota TNY apprentice program, his positive attitude and dedication to his apprenticeship. He has a bright future in the automotive industry and is a natural leader. Outside of work, Nick is an avid Outside of work, Nick is an avid basketball player, a sport he's been involved in from a young age, and he currently plays for the Palmerston Power Club Under-23's Junior League team. Michael Bowden is our next finalist. He is currently hosted to Parramatta and is working towards a Certificate 3 in Electrotechnology. Michael has been a finalist in the GTNT Group Outstanding Apprentice Stage 1 category during his first year as an apprentice. He began his journey while working as a trade assistant at Parramatta under the IEP program and transitioned into an apprenticeship role when he was successful in applying for one of their positions. While working at Parramatta, he has developed a good understanding of protocols, safety, and guidelines, while also gaining relevant industry-specific experience. He has worked exceptionally hard throughout his apprenticeship and is a true role model. As a third-year apprentice, he has dedicated time to mentoring new apprentices in both skills development and in a support capacity. He also hopes that his success through hard work can inspire more Indigenous youths to pursue a career via an apprenticeship. Our final apprentice is Dion Wright, who is employed by Bridge Toyota and is pursuing a Certificate 3 in Light Vehicle Mechanical Technology. Dion was a winner of the 2018 MTA TIO Second Year Automotive Apprentice of the Year category, an achievement he is particularly proud of. He's always been driven to understand how things work on a mechanical level. This, combined with a passion for cars, meant that a career in the automotive industry was ideal for Dion. His supervisors recommended Dion as a reliable, dependable and trustworthy apprentice, who is a valued member of the Bridge Toyota team. He works well independently and in a team environment. And those are our finalists for the 2020 Outstanding Apprentice Stage 3 category. And now for the winner. It's my pleasure to announce that this year's 2020 Outstanding Apprentice Stage 3 is Michael Bowden. Congratulations, Michael.
Hi, my name is Michael Bowden. I work at Parramatta, hired through GTNT. I'd just like to first of all thank GTNT for employing me and giving me the opportunity to win this award. I want to thank Parramatta for also employing me and giving me a chance to showcase my work ethic and all that sort of stuff. I don't know. What else? Just mainly want to thank Parramatta and all the tradesmen that I've worked with. Being able to work with you guys and show me the correct way to work and what to do and what not to do is it's been really helpful in my progression through this apprenticeship.
Our next category is the GTNT Group Prelude to the Future Outstanding Shell Apprentice of the Year. Thank you to Shell Australia, who are not only our program partners, but also sponsor this category. And thank you to Diane Hamble from Shell, who was one of our judges. The GTNT Group Prelude to the Future program combines dual Certificate 3s in electrical fitting and diesel fitting, and is a unique collaboration between Shell Australia, GTNT Group and CDU. We have 4 finalists in this category, and they are Victoria Lang, Donnie Robertson, Alicia Wright, and Vu Trin. Victoria is currently hosted to Nielsen NT, having joined them in August 2019 and is in the second year of her electrical apprenticeship, pursuing a Certificate 3 in Electrotechnology. Her supervisors have praised Victoria's work ethic, stating it is second to none, and said that she is an outstanding addition to their team. They are proud to have a female apprentice that is a stellar example of how women can be successful in what is usually seen as a male-dominated industry. Besides a range of electrical skills and industry-relevant experience, Victoria is particularly proud of her LV Rescue, which has equipped her with the knowledge and skills to react efficiently in an emergency situation. While beginning 2 trades simultaneously has been difficult, she has grown as a person and risen to meet the challenge head-on. Thanks to the confidence that she has gained through her apprenticeship, Victoria has continued to pursue her interests in orienteering and bushwalking, and has also learnt to scuba dive. Donnie is currently employed by Trace Broadspectrum and is in the first year of his Certificate 3 in Engineering Mechanical Trade. Following the completion of school, Donnie wanted to pursue a career in the trades. He believed the Prelude to the Future program would give him fantastic foundation for a career in the oil and gas industry. Donnie's employment specialist, Caitlin, recommended Donnie's work ethic and his drive to succeed in his chosen field. A fun fact about Donnie is that he placed second in the Australia's National Archery Competition. Our third finalist is Alicia Wright. She's in her first year of her Certificate 3 in Engineering Mechanical Trade and is employed by Territory Generation. Following in the footsteps of both her father and grandfather, Alicia is passionate about mechanics and is determined to make a career for herself in this field. Despite having no relevant training prior to commencing her apprenticeship, after her first year, Alicia had made such progress that she was offered mechanical positions at 2 different organisations. She has remained motivated despite facing challenging circumstances and continues to apply herself to her apprenticeship. As a mother to 3 children, Alicia has been successful with juggling a busy home life, work and studying, not 1 but 2 trades. She has dedicated time to developing a youth diversionary program for at-risk youths and is passionate on reducing youth homelessness and raising awareness for mental health support. Our final candidate is Vu Trin, who is pursuing a Certificate 3 in Electrotechnology and is hosted to Nielsen NT. He has previously completed a Certificate 2 in Electrotechnology, which has served him well in his current apprenticeship. His employer has said that Vu is an excellent team member who has good skills with tools, a sound understanding of the trade, and always jumps at opportunities to work remotely. He has even invented a tool himself that helped the team achieve a particular goal. Due to his experience on the GTNT Group Prelude to the Future program, Vu tries to be a good source of information for his friends, considering different future pathways and opportunities. And those are our finalists for the 2020 GTNT Group Prelude to the Future Outstanding Shell Apprentice of the Year category. And now for the winner. It's my pleasure to announce that this year's 2020 GTNT Group Prelude to the Future Outstanding Shell Apprentice of the Year category is Victoria Lang. Congratulations, Victoria, and thank you to Shell Australia for sponsoring this category.
G'day, my name is Victoria Lang. First of all, I'd like to say a huge thank you to Shell Prelude for making this program available for myself and my other colleagues. Without you, this whole thing would never have happened. Because of your initiative, myself and 23 other people were privileged enough to be selected for your program for the diesel fitting and electrical fitting apprenticeship. So a huge thank you to them. Next, I would like to thank GTNT. Without you guys constantly checking up and supporting us throughout the entirety of the program, I don't think I would have been able to get through it through a dual trade. Let's be honest, 24 weeks of trade school is very challenging. Shout out to Caitlin, you've been absolutely amazing. After the whole 9 months of intense training, I was finally offered an opportunity with Nielsen's. Thanks guys. You guys took me on board and gave me an A-grade electrical position, which I'm forever grateful for. You guys have always given me new challenges and opportunities to figure things out on my own. The ongoing support from the big bosses, Russell, Chris and Alistair, thank you for making me feel so welcome and giving me this opportunity to strive and making me a part of the Nielsen team. The entirety of Nielsen's crew has been phenomenal. Couldn't have asked for better colleagues to help me through my apprenticeship. You're all dead set champions. Graham, Hato, Damo, shout out to you guys for always giving me a go. Alistair, you guys have been absolute legends. Thank you for going out of your way to explain things to me to benefit my trade and my knowledge in the trade. It has not gone unnoticed, so thanks. Shout out to my sponsors, Tennant Creek Goldfields Hotel Motel. Thank you very much. Dad, you wouldn't have made it this far without you. You always told me to follow my dreams and supported me through everything I've tried. It's also very handy having 2 Sparkies in the family to answer any of my queries or struggles. So thanks Ben and Craig for always answering the phone for my stupid questions. Because of this program, I'm now on the right path and following my dreams into a power gen career. So thank you to everyone that I may have missed.
Our next category is the 2020 Host Business of the Year. Thank you to Bridge Toyota, who have kindly continued to sponsor this category. We really appreciate the support we've received from Bridge Toyota over the years. And today we have 3 finalists in this category. They are Menzies School of Health Research, Kalano Community Association, and GEMCO. Menzies School of Health Research is one of Australia's leading medical research institutes dedicated to improving the health and well-being of Indigenous Australians. They are a leader in global and tropical research into life-threatening illnesses. Menzies has community partnerships with over 60 Central and Northern Australian communities, runs over 150 research programs, and pioneers health work across more than 20 countries in the Asia-Pacific region. Their work addresses critical issues such as mental health, nutrition, substance abuse, child health and development, and a range of chronic diseases. Menzies has employed over 20 trainees over the past 5 years, 13 of which have already completed, and the remaining 7 are on track to successfully complete as well. In 2018, the organisation launched the Menzies Indigenous Traineeship Program, allowing for a larger qualification offering and an increase in trainee intake numbers. As of 2020, there are now 8 Indigenous trainees, with a further 6 set to join the program this year. So far, Menzies has a 100% completion rate for its trainees, and many have secured continuing employment with the organisation on completing their qualification. Kalano Community Association has been in operation since 1975 and was established to meet the varying needs of the Aboriginal community in the township of Katherine. Over the past 40 years, they have created programs to address shortfalls in housing availability, employment, and health that can impact the Aboriginal community. Kalano is a major employer of Indigenous people and have training pathways that are accompanied by the right support and cultural knowledge. Their approach has been highly successful, and they have seen a high number of employees continuously improve over the years. This includes successful completion of over 80 apprentices and trainees across aged care, disability services, community safety, management, community services, and business governance qualifications. Kalano currently have 12 active apprentices and trainees. GEMCO South 32 is one of just 3 manganese ore mines in Australia and is the largest in the world. Established on Groote Island more than 50 years ago, GEMCO is invested in the local Indigenous community and has a long history of supporting the vocational education and training industry in the Northern Territory. Since 2005, they've hosted over 50 apprentices, resulting in more than 30 qualified tradespeople, many of which have been recognised individually for their achievements, and 12 have been recognised through industry awards. GEMCO is committed to working with the Indigenous Australians of Groote Island through community investment, education programs, employment opportunities, and medical support. The organisation has a structured work placement program for local Indigenous people on Groote Island through its rehabilitation, mine services, and legacy teams. Additionally, GEMCO aspires to be a leader in inclusivity and have been recognised formally on multiple occasions for their contributions to improving gender and cultural diversity in the mining industry. The organisation continues to break down barriers for women and create a workplace that reflects the broader community. They are committed to gender pay equality and continue to encourage women to consider careers in what is usually seen as a male-dominated industry. And those are our finalists for the 2020 Host Business of the Year category. And now for the winner. It's my pleasure to announce that this year's 2020 Host Business of the Year category is GEMCO South 32. Thank you once again to Bridge Toyota for sponsoring this category, and congratulations, GEMCO.
GEMCO are honoured to be recognised by this award, and I'd like to take this opportunity to thank GTNT for their ongoing support to our operation. Of course, we wouldn't be in a position to be acknowledged as the Host Business of the Year without our fantastic apprentices, several of whom are finalists this evening as well. So I'd like to thank them for their hard work, dedication and commitment to their roles, to South 32 and to their teammates. Apprentices play an integral part in our business, allowing GEMCO the opportunity to help build our local capability, ensuring the Northern Territory continues to position itself with a highly skilled workforce and a strong local economy. The pathways provided by apprenticeships also allow us to organically grow the diversity within our business, which is evidenced by the current mix that we have on site of over 50% female and nearly 30% Indigenous apprentices. Personally, it's been my absolute honour to be involved in the onboarding and development planning for the apprentices that we have at GEMCO, and along with GTNT and the rest of the GEMCO leadership team, I look forward to continuing to support them in their trade journeys. Thank you very much.
Our next category is the 2020 Supervisor of the Year. Thank you to Kinetic IT for their support and sponsorship of this category. We have Travis Messner and Sean Caffrey. Our first candidate is Travis from Territory Wildlife Park. He has over 17 years experience within the zoo and conservation sector and has trained, mentored and supervised students from a range of programs and backgrounds. Travis has been heavily involved in Aboriginal Learning on Country, a government initiative developed to provide training opportunities across land conservation management for Indigenous participants. He has supervised 5 students, 3 of which completed their Certificate 3 and 2 of which finished their Certificate 4. One of his current roles at Territory Wildlife Park has seen Travis manage all volunteer and student contact, and he is currently supervising 2 GTNT apprentices working towards their qualifications in conservation land management. Travis's apprentices have commended his investment in both their personal and professional development, having helped a number of them through challenging circumstances and assisted them in acquiring the necessary knowledge to be successful. Our final candidate is Sean Caffrey from Param Water Corporation. In 2008, Sean completed his first apprenticeship with Param Water as an electrical cable joiner. 12 years later, he has supervised over 20 apprentices and regularly has up to 4 electrofitter mechanic, cable joiner or linesman apprentices under his supervision at any one time. Sean has found himself in a number of roles in Param Water, including team leader, project manager and resource coordinator. Throughout all of these, he has encouraged a safe, productive and culturally accepting workplace environment. His colleagues praised Sean's clear communication and how invested he is in his apprentices, going out of his way to customise learning opportunities, resources and training plans to best suit them. He is a fantastic mentor and instills great values, as well as provides a good learning environment for his apprentices. And those are our finalists for the 2020 Supervisor of the Year category. And now for the winner. It's my pleasure to announce that this year's 2020 Supervisor of the Year category is Travis Messner. Congratulations, Travis, and thank you to Kinetic IT for sponsoring this category.
Thank you very much, GTNT, for awarding me Supervisor of the Year category. Much appreciated. I'm sure all the supervisors work very hard throughout the year. I'd like to thank the Territory Wildlife Park for providing a terrific platform and environment for taking on trainees. Also to a lot of the staff at the Wildlife Park who have been involved with the supervising and the training of our 2 trainees. Thank you to Hannah Mackey for supporting me throughout the year. Hannah, you're very good at your job. You're a very approachable person and I appreciate all your help, so thank you. Thank you also to Shale Martin, our Director, and Donna Jensen, our Curator, who have both been very supportive throughout the year and solved problems that we've had. And Shale, thank you for initiating the program to begin with. Also, thank you to my trainees, Lily Bullock and Quinton Appleby. I really enjoy working with both of you and you're terrific people, so thank you. I got a lot out of the program. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I like sharing my knowledge with trainees and I hope we get some more. So thank you very much. Much appreciated, GTNT. Thank you.
Our next category is one that's very close to our hearts at GTNT Group. This is the David Beavington Award for Most Outstanding Automotive Apprentice and is sponsored by Invigoration NT. This award is in memory of David Beavington and honours his commitment to his apprenticeship and the commitment he showed to those he worked with. Thank you very much to Karen Lubby, who was on our judging panel and assisted in interviewing all of the finalists. We have 4 finalists for this award, and these are Curvy Cotting, Thomas Richardson, Shannon Shooter, and Melanie Scorgi. Our first finalist is Curvy. Curvy is a second-year apprentice pursuing a Certificate 3 in Light Automotive Vehicle Mechanics and is employed by Bridge Toyota. He has also been a finalist in the 2019 MTA TIO Awards in the second-year Automotive Apprentice category. Curvy demonstrated real dedication to his apprenticeship after having to overcome a back injury and surgery. His interest in the automotive industry stems back to his childhood in the Philippines, where various family members who were mechanics and technicians inspired Curvy to be involved in the same sector. His supervisors at Bridge Toyota commended Curvy's positive attitude, reliability at work, and the large improvements he has made in his self-confidence since starting. Our second finalist is Thomas Richardson, who is working towards a Certificate 3 in Light Vehicle Mechanical Technology and is hosted by Thrifty Car Rental. He is also their first apprentice ever. His supervisor praised Thomas's dedication to improving his communication skills and towards acquiring skills needed to become a well-rounded mechanic. Thomas is currently well ahead of his deadlines in relation to completing his apprenticeship. Thomas's passion for the automotive industry stems from his interests in motorbikes and watching V8 supercars when he was growing up. During his apprenticeship, he worked on a range of vehicles, including hire cars, light trucks, commercial vehicles, and mine specification vehicles. This has allowed him to understand a variety of mechanical issues and the various approaches to fixing them. Outside of work, Thomas plays for the University Rats Football Club and has been involved in fundraising for both Ronald McDonald House and other charities. Our third finalist is Shannon Shooter, who was hosted to GEMCO on Groot Island. Prior to securing her apprenticeship with GEMCO, she had completed a Certificate 4 in Work Health and Safety at VOC Gas Testing Course and Confined Space Rescue Training. Shannon moved from Cairns to Groot Island with her young daughter to pursue her apprenticeship opportunity, a big move for anyone. One of her biggest motivators is being able to guarantee a good future for her family and be an example for her daughter to never give up on your dreams. Her apprenticeship has helped her improve her leadership qualities, gain self-confidence, and have a better understanding of the trade. Shannon feels that both her apprenticeship and additional training provided by GEMCO has given her useful skills and perspectives to be an even better mother and a more helpful member of her community. She is also proud to represent women's diversity with South 32 and hopes her success in a male-dominated trade will inspire other women to consider similar career paths. She is also proud to work for an organisation that puts high importance on cultural diversity and family values. Shannon would like to continue to specialise after she has completed her current qualification by doing a Certificate 4 in Mechanical Engineering and improving her knowledge of hydraulics. Eventually, Shannon would like to become a qualified 240V electrician. Our last candidate is Melanie Scorgi, who is working towards a Certificate 3 in Mobile Plant Technology and is also hosted by GEMCO. She is a FIFO apprentice who lives in Katherine and drives to and from Darwin each week. Melanie's passion for understanding large machinery stems from a childhood spent in remote regions with self-reliant parents who would regularly be working on cars. She has always been interested in understanding and fixing machinery, and prior to her apprenticeship would regularly fix her own Hilux with no formal training. Her employment specialist praised Melanie's growth in self-confidence and her strong integration with her crew in the 12 months since she began. Melanie's proudest career achievement to date is successfully obtaining her apprenticeship with GEMCO, and she attributes this to a range of professional and personal improvements. And those are our finalists for the David Beavington Award for Most Outstanding Automotive Apprentice category. And now for the winner. It's my pleasure to announce that this year's winner of the David Beavington Award for Most Outstanding Automotive Apprentice category is Shannon Shooter. Congratulations, Shannon, and thank you again to Invigoration NT for sponsoring this category.
I would like to thank Caitlin from GTNT, who's been a huge support on our journey. I would also like to thank my superintendent, Christian Darby, who's been absolutely amazing with flexibility for us. I'd also like to thank my supervisors and my training mentors. They have taught me perseverance and reliability is a very good attribute to have as a worker. And I'd also like to thank my friends and family who have supported Bob and I due to living conditions as well as babysitting. And I'd like to thank Lydia, my daughter, for giving me the strength and perseverance to continue this journey. And I know for a fact after this trade, we're going to go very far. Thank you so much, GTNT and South 32. We couldn't have done this without you.
Our next category is the 2020 Aboriginal Trainee or Apprentice of the Year. Thank you to Master Builders NT for their support and sponsorship for this category. And thank you to David Malone from Master Builders NT, who was one of our judges. We have 3 finalists in this category, and they are Harmony Plews, Rodney Nagawali, and Luke Roberts. Our first finalist is Harmony Plews, who holds a Certificate 3 in Business and is employed by Early Childhood Australia. This is Harmony's second traineeship, as she's already completed a Certificate 3 in Sports and Recreation. During her traineeship with Early Childhood Australia, she's gained a range of administration skills and improved her communication abilities. Harmony is planning to continue advancing herself in this field and is planning to do a Certificate 4 at CDU in future. Our second finalist is Rodney Nagawali, who is enrolled in a Certificate 3 in Heavy Metal Fabrication and is hosted to Darwin Port Authority. After graduating from Clontarf and successfully completing Year 12 despite facing challenging circumstances, Rodney has gone on to be both a role model, apprentice, and mentor in his community. As someone who has always been interested in metalwork, fabrication, and welding, his apprenticeship combines many of his passions and is a real source of empowerment for him. His supervisors praise Rodney's professionalism, efficiency, and willingness to continuously develop his skills. He has won 3 Darwin Port Improvement and Recognition Awards due to his exemplary work on various projects. He has tried his best to be a role model for youths and others in his community and has engaged with students from Clontarf on a number of occasions. He is a positive influence for many and continues to be a great example to the younger generation. He wants to continue to progress in his trade and become a certified boilermaker, while continuing to support others through demonstrating that a positive attitude and working hard can get you very far. Our final candidate is Luke Roberts, who is pursuing a Certificate 4 in Project Management while being employed by the NT Government Department of Infrastructure, Planning and Logistics in Katherine. Luke was inspired to seek a career in project management after experiencing the outcomes of projects in the Big River region as a part of his work placement with the Aboriginal Employment Program. His supervisors have said that Luke is attentive, willing to learn, and respectful of others in the work environment, and he is particularly skilled at applying IT knowledge to solve challenges. He has also played an important role in increasing awareness and understanding of Indigenous culture. Luke is extremely proud of his family and takes an active role in supporting and looking after his younger siblings. As a young Indigenous man, he has thrived in supporting other youths through the Clontarf program and Aboriginal Youth Leadership Program. And those are our finalists for the 2020 Aboriginal Trainee or Apprentice of the Year category. And now for the winner. It's my pleasure to announce that this year's 2020 Aboriginal Trainee or Apprentice of the Year category is Rodney Nagawali. Congratulations, Rodney, and thank you again to Master Builders NT for sponsoring this category.
I'm Rodney Nagawali, and I'm honoured to get this award, but I'd like to thank GTNT, Darwin Port, all the lads and everyone down there for helping me going through my apprenticeship. And I'd like to thank Leif Watery for being a good mentor for me and supporting me throughout my whole apprenticeship.
Our next category is the 2020 School-Based Trainee or Apprentice of the Year. Thank you to Param Water for their support and sponsorship of this category. We have 3 finalists, and they are Caitlin Craig, Letitia Lammy, and Courtney Anderson. First up is Caitlin Craig. A student at Katherine High School, Caitlin is pursuing a Certificate 2 in Business and is hosted by NT Friendship and Support Inc. She has previously completed a Certificate 1 in Business and was awarded the 2019 NT Friendship and Support Transition to Employment Individual Achievement Award. Her employment specialist recommended Caitlin for her mature attitude and how she has conducted herself when confronted by challenges in her life. Caitlin has done a phenomenal job of managing her school responsibilities and traineeship while also working multiple jobs and assisting with taking care of her younger siblings. She is most proud of how she has improved her self-resilience and time efficiency during her traineeship. She feels strongly about encouraging other Aboriginal youths to believe in themselves and follow their career dreams. Our next finalist is Letitia Lammy, a student at Jabiru School who is pursuing a Certificate 2 in Community Service and is hosted by Jabiru Family First Teacher Program. Letitia has been praised as a great role model for other students and always has a fantastic energy and enthusiasm for teaching and learning. She regularly volunteers to support Aboriginal families, has fundraised for her organisation and has been involved in cultural camps for youths. Her supervisors have said she is continuously putting into practice what she has learned and is good at interacting with both children, adults and families. Letitia's ability to speak several Indigenous languages means she is able to translate conversations for families from 9 different communities. She is always very professional, calm and respectful to all and is a great representative to the school and workplace. Speaking of her own personal development, Speaking of her own personal development, Letitia feels she has become more confident, a better team player, and has increased her knowledge in work health and safety and diversity. Courtney Anderson is our last finalist for this category. She is pursuing a Certificate 3 in Business, is employed by the Department of Health at Alice Springs Hospital, and is extremely passionate about mental health. Speaking of her traineeship experience, Courtney says she has greatly improved her resilience and initiative, as well as improved her cultural awareness. She is proud to be an ambassador for the Central Australian Health Service and is passionate on contributing to providing better health outcomes for all Central Australians. By pursuing a traineeship with the Department of Health, Courtney hopes to establish a good foundation to work within the mental health sector. Courtney is also a volunteer at Alice Springs Headspace, which she believes provides essential services for young people across issues such as bullying, school support, gender, alcohol, and drug abuse. She has completed courses through Lifeline Central Australia, including a Youth Mental Health First Aid Certificate and an ASIST Suicide Intervention Skills Training. And those are our finalists for the 2020 School-Based Trainee or Apprentice of the Year category. And now for the winner. It's my pleasure to announce that this year's 2020 School-Based Trainee or Apprentice of the Year category is Courtney Anderson. Congratulations, Courtney, and thank you once again to Param Water for sponsoring this category.
Thank you GTNT for giving me the Traineeship of the Year award and providing me with the opportunity to study a Cert 3 while working as a ward clerk in Alice Springs Hospital. It feels really good to have recognition for all the hard work I put in during 2019. Most importantly, thank you Casey Dawson for all the support. You really helped me get through my workbooks. They were hard, but we got through them. And thank you for giving me so much experience throughout Alice Springs Hospital. I wouldn't be confident working as a ward clerk if you hadn't thrown me in the deep end and made me nervous and made me have to learn new things, and I really appreciate it. Thank you, Candice, for training me for the first 6 months of being a ward clerk and honestly becoming a mentor to me. And without GTNT, I wouldn't have the opportunity to work as a ward clerk, and I really appreciate that. Thank you, GTNT.
Our next category is the 2020 Trainee of the Year. Thank you to Asbuild NT for their support and sponsorship of this category. And thank you to Jessica Loveridge from Asbuild NT, who is a judge on our panel. We have 3 finalists in this category, and they are Tanisha Garling, Luke Roberts, and Shani Tyrell. First up is Tanisha Garling. She is working towards a Certificate 2 in Community Services and is employed by Kalano Community Association in the NDIS team. Through her current traineeship, Tanisha has gained experience in multiple areas and is setting a foundation for a career in understanding, assisting, and supporting her own and other Aboriginal communities. She has also completed a variety of additional trainings, qualifications, and short courses with Kalano to develop a wider range of skills. Tanisha's supervisors highly commend her dedication to her position in the NDIS team and say she has become an integral member of their team. An intelligent, motivated, and committed young trainee, Tanisha is a fantastic example and role model for other young people in the community. For a 6-week period, she was even given an acting manager role during a period where Kalano was short-staffed. Besides her own career goals, Tanisha hopes that by striving to be successful in her traineeship, she can be a role model for her siblings to follow. Outside of work, Tanisha has represented the NT on a variety of sports teams, including in touch football, AFL, rugby union, and rugby league. Our next finalist is Luke Roberts, who is pursuing a Certificate 4 in Project Management, while being employed by the NT Government Department of Infrastructure, Planning and Logistics in Katherine. Luke was inspired to seek a career in project management after experiencing the outcomes of project in the Big River region as a part of his work placement with the Aboriginal Employment Program. His supervisors have said that Luke is attentive, willing to learn, and respectful of others in a work environment, and is particularly skilled in applying IT skills to solve challenges. He has also played an important role in increasing awareness and understanding of Indigenous culture. Luke is extremely proud of his family and takes an active role in supporting and looking after his younger siblings. As a young Indigenous man, Luke has thrived in supporting other youths through the Clontarf program and the Aboriginal Youth Leadership program. Our final candidate is Shani Tyrell, who has completed a Certificate 3 in Business Administration and is hosted to Foster and Kinship Carers Association NT. She has progressed from her traineeship to a full-time role and is involved in a variety of different areas of the organisation. Her supervisors praised Shani as being very well organised and an excellent coordinator, managing tasks for both the Darwin and Alice Springs teams. She has demonstrated great empathy to the organisation's volunteer, foster and kinship carers who work so tirelessly throughout the NT. Shani has managed to juggle a full-time position, studying, while managing a young family and remaining fully committed to completing her qualification. As a positive young Indigenous woman, Shani is a role model for all young women seeking to undertake an apprenticeship as a pathway to a fulfilling career. Shani would like to continue her professional growth and development by undertaking a Certificate 4 in Business. And those are our finalists for the 2020 Trainee of the Year category. And now for the winner. It's my pleasure to announce that this year's 2020 Trainee of the Year category is Tanisha Garling. Congratulations, Tanisha. Thank you once again to AsBuild NT for sponsoring this category.
Congratulations, Tanisha. For all you watching, my name is Caitlin Chin and I'm Tanisha's Employment Specialist at GTNT Group. Unfortunately, we were unable to feature Tanisha during today's video broadcast, so I'd like to say a few words instead. Tanisha has done an excellent job demonstrating her level of dedication and commitment to both her traineeship and her employer, Kalano Community Association. It has been amazing to watch her grow, both professionally and personally, throughout her traineeship. Tanisha is driven to have a positive impact within the Territory's Aboriginal communities and has already done a fantastic job within the NDIS team. Her supervisors at Kalano have praised her mature approach to work and are very happy to trust Tanisha with important projects and responsibilities. Tanisha has made us all very proud at GTNT, so well done, Tanisha, on all that you've achieved so far, and I'm sure that you'll go on to even greater things in the future.
The next category is the 2020 Apprentice of the Year. Thank you to the Northern Territory Government, Department of Trade, Business and Innovation for their support and sponsorship of this category. And thank you to William Moore, who was a judge on our panel. We have 3 finalists in this category, and they are Callum D. Francesco, Michael Francis, and Tess Hannah. Our first finalist is Callum, who has completed a Certificate 3 in Light Vehicle Mechanical Technology while being hosted to Bridge Toyota. Callum was named the 2018 MTA TIO Light Automotive Apprentice of the Year and was the 2018 Charles Darwin University Automotive Apprentice of the Year. Having been interested in understanding how things work from a young age, Callum has progressed from toys, particularly Lego, to computers and finally to cars. His first vehicle saw him replace an entire injection system, clutch and rear subframe assembly, all before he'd entered into any formal training. Callum was the first apprentice in 2 years at Bridge Toyota to be offered training as a Lexus technician and was given his own bay after just 8 months. He is the only permanent Lexus apprentice in the organisation and his supervisors fully expect him to become an excellent high-tech diagnostic technician in the future. Speaking of his apprenticeship experience, he is a big advocate of maintaining a tidy and clean workspace, assisting others whenever possible, and continuing to invest time into learning. Recently, Callum has begun getting involved in the motorsport community and hopes to be able to combine his skills and passion in a pit and mechanical support position. Our next finalist is Michael, who is pursuing a Certificate 3 in Electrotechnology and is hosted by Power and Water Corporation. In 2017, Michael was awarded the Deborah Ficcaro Electrotechnology Apprentice Award from Charles Darwin University. Michael praised the pathway presented by GTNT and Power and Water for the exposure to the many facets of the electrical trade and the invaluable experience in specialist fields such as substations, protection schemes, underground distribution, and domestic installations. This, combined with the extensive additional training and licenses, have equipped him with a great foundation to further his career progression. His supervisors have made Michael responsible for a number of maintenance jobs, from planning through to the completion stages. They have commended him as being a great asset to the team and they look forward to him continuing to grow into a great tradesperson. At his work, Michael is known for his punctuality, reliability, positive attitude, and his excellent approach to safety and protocols. He has also shown himself to be a good mentor and has done so in both a work capacity for junior apprentices as well as for younger players on the Nightcliff Cricket Club. Our third finalist is Tess Hanna, who is also hosted to Water Corporation and has completed a Certificate 3 in Electrotechnology. Tess was awarded the 2018 National Association for Women in Construction's Award for Achievement in Construction in the Northern Territory. While doing her apprenticeship, Tess also completed a Bachelor of Environmental Studies through CDU. Her apprenticeship was both interesting and challenging, allowing Tess to combine personal growth with extensive operational and procedural learnings. She commended the broadness of the electrical industry as a fantastic opportunity for continual learning and development. Her supervisors praised her positive attitude when on the job, as well as her extreme efficiency. Tess is a perfect representative for the Water values of giving it your best and adding value. She is proud to be a female electrician and hopes to set an example for other women aspiring to pursue a trades-based career. Tess regularly participates in schools with the Darwin Sparkettes to increase awareness as to the electrical pathways. Outside of work, Tess plays both netball for the Nightcliff Tigers and football for Southern District's Women's AFL Premiership team. And those are our finalists for the 2020 Apprentice of the Year category. And now for the winner. It's my pleasure to announce that this year's 2020 Apprentice of the Year category is Michael Francis. Congratulations, Michael, and thank you once again to the Northern Territory Government, Department of Trade, Business and Innovation for sponsoring this category.
Thank you everyone for tuning in. I would like to start off by saying how thankful and honoured I am to be receiving the GTNT Group Apprentice of the Year Award. Firstly, I'd like to thank GTNT Group for hosting this great event and the opportunity they have given me with this apprenticeship. I would also like to thank both my host employer, Water, and registered training organisation, CDU, for their invaluable support and guidance throughout my training. Following on from this, I would like to thank my supervisor, Rowan Lee, firstly for the nomination and secondly for his continued leadership and assistance. I would also like to thank my employment specialist, Caitlin Chin, for the work she does in organising and supporting not only me, but all the Water apprentices. I've been extremely fortunate throughout the 4 years to have had the chance to work with some great tradesmen and role models, and without their guidance and inspiration, receiving this award would not have been possible. It is my hope that one day I can develop into such a mentor that new apprentices coming through can look up to. I've thoroughly enjoyed my apprenticeship and would highly recommend it to anyone considering the trade. It is a great career path that forms a solid base and continues to open new doors, and one I'm thoroughly grateful for. I sincerely thank everybody involved in making this opportunity a reality, and I look forward to continually improving in this new chapter of my career. Thank you.
We would like to take this opportunity to acknowledge the fantastic commitment and the results of the participants in the GTNT Local Jobs Human Services Program. I'd like to introduce Chief Executive at the Department of Trade, Business and Innovation, Sean Drapsch, who wanted to share a special message with you.
Tonight we are celebrating the exceptional hard work shown by GTNT's Aboriginal apprentices and trainees across remote communities in the Northern Territory. It is vital for our future that we create employment pathways for Territorians, and we're proud to be involved in this wonderful program. To date, over 200 apprentices and trainees have been involved across a range of sectors, including financial services, early childhood education, carpentry, and more. On behalf of the Department of Trade, Business and Innovation, we'd like to commend GTNT on their innovative delivery of tonight's awards during these challenging times, and offer a big congratulations to all the finalists. You should be very proud of what you have achieved, and we look forward to hearing about your further successes to come.
Please join us in congratulating Tanisha Garling, who was selected as the winner of the Local Jobs Human Services Trainee of the Year category. Congratulations, Tanisha. And that concludes our 2020 GTNT Group Awards. Congratulations to all of this year's finalists, winners, their employers, family and friends. Thank you again to all the sponsors that made this year's awards what it is. Without the generosity of these sponsors, our awards would not be possible. GTNT would like to thank you all again for watching. We hope that you've enjoyed our event broadcast as much as we have.